Well, hello, school counselors and school counselors to be. I hope you guys are having a great day today. Thank you guys so much for coming to my channel, The Inspiring School Counselor. And as you can already tell from the title below, we're going to be getting into why you should get involved in professional organizations. So I'm excited to be doing this with you guys and getting into this. If you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, and also make sure you hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time that I upload a video. Okay, you guys, let's get into it. So I wanted to first talk to you guys about different organizations that you can join. Now, I will say this might not be even all the organizations out there that you can join as a school counselor. So if you know of any that I did not mention, go ahead and put that down in the comments below after you hear all the ones that I got, because like I said, there's probably a whole lot more. And I want to know too, if they're what all that you guys come up with. So I have just a few. The first organization, which I feel like every school counselor should know this. If you don't know this, don't worry, I'm about to let you know now. And that is the American School Counselor Association. Okay, so that is an organization that is geared specifically for you as a school counselor. And so this is an organization that I am currently a part of. And I actually was a part of this organization when I was in graduate school. And the reason why I had to be a part of this organization in graduate school is because when you apply for this organization, or when you join this organization, is that you get a liability insurance that will cover you. So whenever you are going out and you're doing internship, practicum, and even as you are, actively acting in that role of a school counselor, whenever you graduate, that liability insurance is very beneficial, because you just never know what's going to come up. You might get subpoenaed to court for some reason, or, you just never know the situation that can arise that, you're going to need that liability insurance. So that is something that I am happy that they offer when you do join the organization. I don't remember the exact cost of the organization, but you can easily find that on their website. But that is a awesome organization I've been a part of for a couple of years now. And I mean, they have everything. You're talking about webinars, conferences, just different resources. They even have a place where you can, go, let's say if you have like certain questions about certain things, how to address certain situations, they have an area for that. So there are so many things that they cover within this organization that is so beneficial. So if you are not a member, I do encourage you guys to definitely be a member of that organization. The next organization I'm going to tell you guys about is the American Counseling Association. And this is not an organization that's geared specifically for school counselors, but it does group counselors within itself as a whole. So it groups all of it as a whole. And so you're getting into more of your ethical and legal things to know as a counselor and how you should conduct yourself. And there's a lot more other things that you get into. So that is a great organization as well to be a part of. I'm not currently a part of that organization, but I do know of that organization. The next organization I'm going to tell you guys about is the National Board for Certified Counselors Incorporated. And that, once again, is not geared specifically towards school counselors. That is more geared towards just counselors as a whole. The next organization is the Association of Child and Adolescent Counseling. And this is just very fitting. As a school counselor, you are working with students. And so that's just going to give you more support and information that you can have, and resources that you can also give out to your students and parents and different things. So that's just a great organization to be a part of if you are, needing any support or information regarding anything. And then the last one that I have listed is the National Education Association. And that, as school counselors, obviously we work in the educational field. And so with that being said, that's just a great, place to be a part of. if it is that you feel the need. Also, I do want to say is that sometimes your state has organizations, so you definitely want to look at that and see what your state offers for you as a counselor. It might not be specific for school counselors, but they might have an organization that you can join for counselors within your state. So that is something that you also want to look at. So for instance, me, I also joined my state organization for counselors, and I was able to go to like different conferences. So that was a really good thing that I was able to do. So you want to look into that as well. So those are the lists that I have. Once again, if I did not mention any that you might think of or that you might be a part of, put it down in the comments below and let us know a little bit more about that organization. So now that I have told you guys just all the organizations that I know, let's get into why it is important for you as a school counselor to join organizations. When you are joining a professional organization, you can look at as just being able to grow in your career. You know, that is something that's so essential, because I feel like even the more as school counselors, we need to be evolving. You know, we need to know what's going on out there, and, you know, what are different ways that we can approach different situations. And so that's going to lead me to say is that you can learn about the latest research and trainings that you can implement in your, you know, school setting. So, and that's important, you know, because the times are changing, the way kids are, you know, behaving and the different things that they're dealing with is forever changing. And so we need to make sure that we are up to date on how we are approaching the situations and how we are doing certain things. And so when you are a part of a professional organization, you're able to stay up on just the new trends and the new things that is coming out. So that's one of the reasons why you as a school counselor are going to want to join a professional organization, because you want to make sure that you are up on the latest research so that you can provide the best for your students. And I think that's so important to keep in mind is that, you know, in order for us to advocate for our students, in order for us to really just making sure that our students have all the resources that's necessary, and as well as their parents, is that we have to make sure that we are getting that information. And sometimes the only way you're able to get that information is if you're actively involved in your organization. And that is going to conferences, looking at webinars, and doing training. So those type of things. Another good reason to join a professional organization is that it provides you with support. I cannot say this enough as a school counselor, especially if you are working at a school where you are the only school counselor there. It is nothing like when you're able to talk to someone else that is in your same line of work that's doing the same exact things that you're doing. It might not, I would say it might not be the same exact things, but at least you guys have that common goal of advocating for the student, doing small groups, individual, you know, counseling, and all those different type of things. There's just nothing like when you can have somebody that you can talk to that can relate to you. Because I even look at it now. I mean, I have a great, you know, faculty and staff. However, I know that there's only so many things that they're going to be able to help me on. And so with that being said, that is why I reach out to other school counselors, especially elementary school counselors, since I'm an elementary school counselor. So I reach out to them. Numerous of times I went to the American School Counselor Association to look up different things. And I'm telling you, it has been such a help. So that's one of the great things that you can really enjoy being a part of, a place where you're going to be able to get the support that you need. Another thing that I would like to add when talking about providing you support is that organizations, they also put together conferences, and they do webinars and trainings. And so those are very essential, especially when you're talking about, you know, wanting to grow in your career, wanting to learn new research, they support you in that by providing those different things so that you can do so. I have been a part of 3 conferences since I've been in graduate school. And let me tell you, I have enjoyed every minute being in those conferences, getting all that information, getting resources. I even was able to take different techniques and being able to apply those techniques with my students now. So it's just very important that you are involved in these so that you can become open to different things, different way of looking at things. And that's why I do believe as school counselors, we have to be, and I've said it before, universal. Our minds have to be open. We can't just be closed-minded, but we have to be willing to be open to different ideas and how we can relate to students, because students not all of them are not the same. You have different students from different cultural backgrounds, different personalities. And so you want to be able to talk to each student on their level. And so going to these conferences, being a part of the organizations is going to help you to know how to navigate that and to know how to connect with your students. Another thing I want to bring up is being able to network. So you're able to just make contacts with just different individuals and be able to socialize and not be limited to talking to people within your school district. No, you're able to talk to people from all different school districts, maybe even in other states, and you're able to take on their thoughts and their ideas and what they do in their school counseling program. And you can share ideas and figure out, okay, is that something that you can do, or is that something that you can keep in mind? So that's something that I also like when being a part of organizations. And I just have to say this, and even though this has nothing to do with professional organizations, but since I have started this school counseling channel, I have had a chance to connect with different school counselors from different states, and just being able to hear their aspects of how they do certain things and just being able to see how they're approaching different things. It's just a learning, being able to learn that, and also being able to take, okay, look, you're doing that. Maybe that's something that I need to do. And we're able to share ideas. And so with that being said, there's just nothing like being able to make those connections and being able to, help each other out. And that's what it's all about. So as a whole, professional organizations is just going to be able to give you more exposure, giving you more exposure to different resources, different, research, just being able to open your mind to what is going on. And that is so important to be able to have so that you can be forever growing. You want to be the best for your students. You want to make sure that you are providing everything that you know how to provide for them so that you can allow them to be successful. And that's why I just look at with me is that if I'm not a part of no other organization, I try to make sure that I'm a part of the American School Counselor Association, because that is like, I just love how much information that they push out to you. I was actually getting a book, a magazine from them. It's not called a magazine. I'm pretty sure it's called something else, but they would send once a month, a magazine to the house, and it would just have like different things in there. And it was just really a lot of good information. And so I love the American School Counseling Association. I think they do a good job. They also have an Ask a conference that they do. But I've never had a chance to go to that one per se. I was able to go to other conferences for counselors, but I haven't had a chance to go to that one. If you have had a chance to go to the Ask a conference, let me know, how was that? Do you think it was very beneficial? How was your experience? I would love to know. So I want to know, what organization are you currently a part of? Please put that down in the description below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I thank you guys so much for your time and just all the love that you guys send me. A lot of you guys, you write in the comments and and some of y'all even ask questions, and I appreciate you guys so much because you guys kind of even give me that push to just want to get some content out to you guys and helping you guys in any way that I can. I thank y'all once again for your time. If you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, and also make sure you hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time that I upload a video. Okay, you guys, I will see you next time.